Clough in Halifax, West Yorkshire. It's cut into a steep valley on the edge of town. Stone mills rising in ranks. Windows repeating. Floor after floor after floor. One of the largest textile complexes in the region. Thousands working there. And many of them children. They came young, some before 10, and some younger still. Not because the work was light, but because their bodies were small and the machines left little space. They ran errands between floors, carried bobbins, and cleared waste from beneath frames. And they tied broken threads while the looms were still moving. Quick hands were praised. Quiet pain was expected. Inside the sheds, the air was never empty. Fine cotton dust, what workers called cotton fly, hung in the light from the tall windows, settling on hair, on clothes, in mouths and lungs. Breathing was something that you learned to do around the work, not away from it. Coughing was common. Stopping was not. Accidents happened often. The records tell us without drama, without names, without pause. Children caught by belts, pulled beneath the frames, and crushed when the noise swallowed any cry. Sometimes the mill slowed. More often, it did not. The shift went on because the orders did. Clough employed thousands at its height, and hundreds of children passed through those floors. Their days measured in, well, not years, but the hours worked. They grew fast, thin, and tired. And at the end of each day, they left the dust behind on the stone and carried the ache home with them. This is where the stories begin to gather. It's not the kind with names or scenes that anyone can point to, but the kind that collects slowly, out of repetition, routine, and memory. People that work in the older buildings now, security staff, maintenance, those alone in the quiet hours, they speak of sounds that don't quite belong to the present. Light tapping, rhythmic, too regular for pipes, and too soft for machinery. Sometimes footsteps, small, quick, moving with purpose rather than fear. It's not every night, not everywhere, just enough to be noticed and remembered. And when you stand there at dusk, where the old canal once ran, the stone holds the day's warmth longer than the air. And when the temperature shifts, the buildings seem to breathe, not with the ghosts that want to be seen, but with the quiet weight of work done and work repeated. Those stories aren't about haunting. They're about labour and how places remember it. About children whose names were never written down, but whose days were counted, hour by hour, inside those walls. I'm Giles, and those are the stories that the stones still carry. So if you hear something behind you, don't rush. Some shifts took a long time to end.